In 1868, Mzilikazi died. When Mzilikazi died, a civil war broke out in the Ndebele state. A civil war, that's a war in which people of the same state fight against one another. Why was there a civil war? Some people claimed that Kulumani was alive and he had to come and become king, while others supported Lobengula's claim to kingship. After 2 years of fighting, Lobengula became king in 1870. I'm sure you can see that he assumed kingship from a very weak point where there had to be a war. So obviously, it was likely that some of the people were not going to accept his leadership. However, that was not the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge was that at the same time, many foreigners began to get interested in his country. The British started visiting. The Boers started visiting. The Portuguese also started visiting. The missionaries were also putting pressure on Lobengula. They wanted to come and establish Christianity in his state. And Lobengula was beginning to realize that these large numbers of foreigners was likely to compromise his position as king. He could see that one day or the other, these foreigners were going to attack him. At the end of it all, we saw the number of foreigners continuing to increase. Concessions would be brought to Lobengula to sign. Treaties would be brought to Lobengula to sign. In Form 2, we will talk into more detail about those treaties. But for now, you need to understand foreigners came to Lobengula to make him sign agreements with them. And the number was increasing. Until finally, the British took advantage of an agreement with Lobengula and invaded his country. The Ndebele were attacked by the whites. A war broke out and the Ndebele were defeated. When they were defeated now, the state could no longer continue to survive. Lobengula ran away and is said to have died somewhere in the Zambezi Valley in 1895. This marked the end of the strong Ndebele state. Of course, they fought again in 1896 to 1897, but they had no king by that time, and the state was now a very small and fragile group of people which was living under the threats of the whites, because the whites had guns. When the British came to colonize, they brought guns, and the Ndebele could not do anything. Of course, they were good fighters, but they could not stand the guns. And that marked the end of the Ndebele state. When the country was finally colonized, when they were defeated in 1893, in 1896 again, they were defeated. And it marked the end of the Ndebele state, as the country was now under the control of the British or the BSAC. Thank you.